What is going on, guys? It is Pineapple King. We've got the red lights on because the schedule prediction today is the San Francisco 49ers. San Francisco 49ers, baby. Let's get into it. Your best and worst moves in the offseason. Like, sub, and everything, though. Support on the series is going crazy. We're about to drop a college football video. We're going to drop more peak videos. It's going to be lit. It's going to be lit. Subscribe, and I will edit better and better and better. Obviously, extending Brock Purdy, Fred Warner, George Kittle is great, but you had to let go of so many guys. We knew this day was coming. When you guys came to the Super Bowl, you were a stacked team. Somehow you lost to the Chiefs. But we knew this day was coming. You had to let go of Debo. You had to let go of so many players, man. And it's just unfortunate, you know? But you drafted Michael Williams. Looks good there. But other than that, your free agency was trash. So I don't know. The Niners are in a weird spot right now. They were really good. They've been kind of good, but then they went 6-11 with injury, and then lost a lot of players, but signed some of the good ones. So let's just get into it. And week 1, nope, division rival away, and we don't know how Michael Williams is going to play out yet. Probably good with Nick Bosa. But, we don't know. We don't know. Brandon Ayuk's going to be out for a while. John Jennings could be out for a while. Like, this wide receiver core is just broken, man. They're still battling those injuries from last year. So we don't know if Ricky Pearsall is going to be the wide receiver 1, and if he is, even if he is, you guys are going to beat the Saints, though, because the Saints are buns. The defense can definitely do enough to stop Tyler Show in week 2 of the NFL. Cardinals, first time. It's going to be your first home game. I think you're going to win that home game. It's going to be really close, though. I think this is where Brock Purdy starts getting better. Juwan Jennings is probably back at this point. I don't think he may be back just in general already, though. CMC is going to stay healthy. CMC is going to be healthy, hopefully. We've been told. You guys didn't watch my roast video that I posted on TikTok yesterday. Go check that out. That was hilarious. It was on the Niners. Let me know which team I should do next, by the way. Jags, you're going to win. So now you're 3-1. You're looking really good. You're probably atop the division right now, and a tough division, too. I just don't think Travis Hunter's going to be ready at that point. You're going to have to give him some time, especially because he's a big piece of the Jags now. So he's going to need like a good month in the NFL, and that'll probably be his last game before he locks in. Speaking of locking in, that's exactly what you don't do against the Rams the first time. It doesn't matter really if you're away or home, but this one's away. Quick turnaround to Thursday Night Football. You're going to lose. As long as Stafford is healthy, man. But if Stafford's healthy, like the whole entire schedule prediction for the Rams and everybody who plays them would have to change. Stafford is a big part, and I don't know like what's wrong with his back, but he's healthy, he plays. You're going to lose that game. And you're going to lose to my Bucks. Your defense got worse. Your defense got worse. Even with drafting Michael Williams, you lost too many players. Hufanga, everybody. So, Tampa's defense is in your ballpark area. You have a good D lineman, Vita Vea, Nick Bosa. And our offense is infinitely better. Infinitely better wide receiver core. Running back, obviously CMC is better, but Bucky's pretty good. And obviously Baker's better. Then you play our division rival in Santa Clara. You're going to lose them too. Michael Penis Jr. is going to cook you at home. That sucks. Bijan is just goated, and he's healthy. So if he's healthy, he's just as good as CMC. And that defense is actually low-key good. Good enough to stop you. Texans at Energy Stadium. C.J. Stroud's going to dot up that defense too, man. You guys are really feeling the injury heat and the bad offseason heat there at this point. And now that you've lost 4 in a row, you're 3-5. And you're like, oh, thank God we have the Giants at MetLife. No, don't say that. You just fucking lost to the Giants at MetLife. What are you doing? It's an away game for you. I think Russ is going to have some good games. He's not fully washed yet. Maybe he is. Maybe Jameis is in at this point. And he has 1 or 2 good games. He'll throw 4 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and beat you guys 30-27. So, unfortunate turn of events right now. And you guys are looking just as bad as you did with your injuries. And you're not, it seems he's healthy and everything. So, what do? Well, you split the series with the Rams, so you feel good about that. I think a big part of that is also just because, like, man, freaking Stafford, you know? But you're home here, even though it really doesn't matter. It's like a freaking 2-hour drive. Then you play the Cardinals again. Unfortunately, you're also going to split series with them. So you thought you were going to turn around the second half of the season. Not yet. But you then play the Panthers at home, and that's a W. Bryce Young can't handle it. Can't handle the California crowd. And that is a cross-country trip for the Panthers. So they lose that. And then you get to play the Browns in Cleveland. Doesn't matter. The Browns are the Browns. Your defense is even better than the Browns. And the Browns is... the Browns' defense is probably the same. But your offense is infinitely better. Because who knows who's starting with their quarterback. So you're heading into the bye week with back-to-back wins. Feels really good. Coming out, facing the Titans is also really good. And you beat them, which is good because it's a home game. So that's nice. This second half of the schedule is definitely a lot easier too. Playing teams like the Bucks, Falcons, Texans. I mean, your division is hard too. So Seahawks, Rams. But then you play the Colts in Lucas Oil Stadium. You're gonna lose that, and it's a weird game you're gonna lose. It's just one of those weird games you lose. I think just because Anthony Richardson either balls out, or like Daniel Jones like plays this game or something. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the Colts. Colts are gonna be weird, but Jonathan Taylor can run all over you guys. But you'll beat the... No, you won't. And if you're counting up the wins and losses, let's just go ahead and... Look, it's better than last year, but I guarantee that's not what you were expecting when you clicked on this video. The Bears, Caleb Williams is trying to lock in and try to make the playoffs. Or at least just trying to have a winning record. Because they got a better offensive line. They're helping him every which way he can. Colston Loveland's going to be good. You're going to split series with Seahawks. I feel like it just makes sense. Sam Darnold is probably going to turn into playoff Sam Darnold at week 18. So maybe there's also injuries. Who knows? Hopefully it's not for you guys, though, because I have you guys better in the second half. So with Ayuk coming back, that's a big factor. Big factor with Ayuk coming back here. But 8-9, what's that going to do for you? And what's that going to do for you in the division? Well, man, I was a believer, and you guys looked like you could go 14-3 and win the NFC. Injuries just kept piling up, and there's nothing you could do about it. You went 6-11, which isn't great, but obviously 8-9 is better. But clearly, you guys know that they did not win the division because the Rams went 10-7. So you know that 8-9 is not going to make the playoffs, and that is your NFC non-playoff teams. So if you know the last 3 NFC teams, you know they're making the playoffs. You don't know how. You don't know who's going to be there. It's exciting, man. Stay tuned. Stay tuned for those explanations. But yeah, I just can't see the 49ers making the playoffs this year with just how much they downgraded and how many players they let go. I know Debo didn't play that well, but I feel like he was still a big factor. And with Ayuk being out the first half of the season, that's going to hurt a lot. You're losing your top 2 wide receivers instantly. And Juwan Jennings did step up, but if he's kind of questionable like he has been, Ricky Pearsall's not that wide receiver one. He's a slot guy. He's your Cooper Kupp slot guy. That's going to be all, though. 4 teams left. Stay tuned for tomorrow.